Humpday, 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 Humpday. Welcome back to Hump Day Highlights. It's been a while. We've missed you. We're glad that we're back. It is I, your boy Losinho. We got my boy DC locked in. I see what you did there. Play on words. Great to have you, my brother. It's been a while. Life has taken us, apart, but we're back. It's World Cup time. I figured no better time than the present to get back on the Hump Day Highlights show, man. So, with that being said, how are we doing? How are we feeling for the World Cup?
Man, let me tell you, I have not been into soccer as much as lately. It's been the Prem League. So when I tell
Mhm.
you that, I'm excited this year for the World Cup. Let's get it. Like it's been a long time where I've watched some international play. I stayed away for a very long time, and then I picked it up over the last couple of weeks, and
Mhm.
I'm excited. It looks like we might have some really good soccer. It seems like it's been like a pretty good year for sports, and I'm hoping soccer wants to continue that on because we had a pretty good start with the Afcon. You know what I'm saying? So now, uh,
Well,
I mean, it
there's
was
some controversy
entertaining.
with that.
Let's just say it was entertaining. You know, so that's what we're here for, the entertainment part. You know,
Bring
well,
the teams back out. Yeah, no, like to your point, like there's been, I think that we've been kind of curating this moment for a while because for the last couple summers there's been soccer. You had
yeah,
the Euros, Copa America. Summer we had Club World Cup. And then now the actual World Cup. So technically, this has been 3 summers of American soccer. You know what I mean, or
yes.
soccer in America.
So yeah,
You know what I mean?
we've got a pretty good taste now. Like the hopefully like the culture is finally like seeped in, and like we can really capitalize on this year. So
Oh, for sure. I hope that there's like kids, and we'll get into that another time because the pay to play thing in America, the dynamic
yeah,
with youth league soccer is just terrible, right? But let's just get into the groups, man. Like there's a lot of I think challenging matchups that people don't really know about in some of these groups and some of these matchups that I feel like
right.
the casual fan maybe not know. So group group A, you have Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and Chechnya, right?
Mhm.
Group B, you got Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, Switzerland. Group C, you got Brazil, Morocco, Haiti. Shout out to the Haitians, Sapase, and Scotland.
Yeah.
Group D, you have the United States, Paraguay, Austria, and Turkey. Group E, Germany, Curacao. Shout out to them. They're not just here for Little
Yeah,
League World Series. They're here to actually play soccer. You know
they're
what I'm
like, they're
saying?
like we're an athletic island now.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Once
Ivory Coast, Ecuador.
okay,
Group F, you got Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tanzania. Group G, you got Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. Group H, Spain, Cape Verde, which is shout out to them.
yeah, another
You
one
know,
that came on the scene. That's one of the African teams, right?
yeah, Cape Verde's in Africa. Yep.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, and then we have France, Senegal, Iraq, Norway. Group J, we'll get into my thing about Group J.
The A, yo, I'm not
Argentina.
gonna lie. When I first looked at it, I was like, did they do it on purpose? Like just a group of A's? And they were like,
Group of A's, but I think this is. I'm gonna get into it when we talk about it.
yeah,
Algeria, Argentina, Austria, Jordan. Group K, we got Puerto Rico, DR Congo, Uzbekistan. Shout out to them,
yeah.
and Colombia. And then Group L, England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama.
Mm.
So, looking at this, right? What? Where do you? Let's just go through Group A, right? Who do you see advancing out of Group A? The two teams.
Easily Mexico, and then my next team is most likely Korea.
I think he was saying Mexico and South
Mexico
Korea.
and South Korea. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That I mean that's what I got because I think we got Lee Kang. I think not. I could be fucking this up. Forgive me. I'm not coming off trying to be racist, but I think his name is Lee. I think he's on PSG, and he hasn't been playing
Yeah,
well.
yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, I don't know how to say his name either. I tried to write it down, but then I just scratched it off. I was like, yeah. I was like,
But
him
you know
and
what I'm talking
Hugo.
about.
I'm like, them two are the main characters over there right now.
Yeah, you got Son and my son from PSG, the Asian dude who hasn't been getting minutes. Not saying that he hasn't been playing well, but he hasn't been getting minutes because the team's fucking unstoppable, right? Um, and then Mexico has like 1,000 different people I can name. Whether it's Ochoa. People don't know what club team Ochoa even plays for, but when he comes and puts that national jersey on,
Super goalie, super
super
goalie,
goalie. You know what I
super.
mean? So I
Like,
think
put the chip on him. Like, it's
Mexico. I think Mexico gives. I think Mexico wins the group, and I think South Korea comes out close second.
as runner-ups. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Group B. What you thinking on Group B? I
Well,
feel like this
since
is
it's
pretty
home
clear.
court advantage, I'll take Canada and Switzerland. But
Yeah, yeah. I think the Swiss. I think Canada wins it between Jonathan David and
but then again, Qatar, they definitely made some noise the last time. Like it was weird. It was weird. It might have
okay.
been a home country thing. I don't know.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
let me
They were
just say, I
hosting.
don't know.
They're
I don't
playing
know.
at home. There's a
I
different
don't know.
a different
It's,
environment when you're playing at home.
yeah, you're right.
You know.
So,
But I want to piggyback on that because I do think Canada, Jonathan David, Alfonso Davies, they find a way to get through Group B, right? And then Switzerland, Granit Xhaka, who else? Who else is Swiss? Um,
I'm not gonna lie, that Swiss team is just it's kind of like stacked with like some oldies, but
yeah,
I feel like they're supposed to like bring in some new light um into the Swiss name. So
yeah, they got a lot of older guys, but I think that's the thing that helps them because, granted, they got into the round of 16 last World Cup. I almost said last year, but you know what I mean. So that experience is what's gonna propel them, and especially when you got teams like a guy like I think Granit Xhaka is their captain. So when you have somebody like him,
yeah, he's definitely captain.
like somebody like him, he's coming off a good year with Sunderland. They're going to Europa next year. So like he's I think prime and ready to lead this team. Let me just see who they have on there. That's like some standout people on the Switsies. Let me see here. I think um I think yeah, so Granit Xhaka, yeah, and then Manuel Akanji, who we forget was even Swiss, and he's been with Man City for a while, now with Inter, so that's a proven defender, you know what I mean, Stonewall. So they're going to be, I think, pretty decent, and hopefully, they'll win the group. But I think they'll come out, getting into the round of 32 anyway. Group C, is this like? Do we even need to speak on this? You're on mute, brother. You're muted.
My apologies to people's in the background.
No worries, no worries. We
Yeah,
understand. There's a lot of going on in the sports world right now, so it's
um,
there's going to be some kind of background.
no, I was gonna say that Group C is actually in my list of like possible like group of deaths because
Really?
really don't trust like the Morocco. They seem they're always they're a strong team, but Scotland they're a scrappy team, man,
They
and
are.
them to be able to pull off and I'm not gonna lie, this Haiti team, the way that
Mm-hmm.
they just piece together some people, I don't know, like it could be a fun group. It could be a fun group. So they're one of my potential group of devs. So out of there, I really Brazil, I definitely have them taking it out. But out of those other three, I'm not gonna lie, I might want to. I'm think I'm gonna say 80. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna see how it goes, and then if they play the first game, I'll see how that first game goes. If they play well, I think I'll take them as my runner up.
I mean, I understand your sentiments, right? Because I think that the Haiti team and a lot of these other teams that are just there for the first time or there for first time in a long time, they're just there for vibes. So I think when you're there for vibes, like you play a little more carefree. But to me, I feel like Brazil Morocco's clear. You know what I mean? Yes, so, Scotland is very scrappy, and I like some of their players on there. McTominay, Billy Gilmore. But I feel like Morocco coming off of that run they had last World Cup, being what Final Four, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
their players are just getting stronger. Brahim Diaz,
Yeah.
Hakimi, who else
Even
is
looks like
Moroccan?
Bizarri is on from
Mazzari, yeah, and then Bono. I mean the goalkeeper. Like they're. I feel like that's a strong team on all
it is
three
a struggle.
levels.
It is. You're right.
You know what I mean? So, but I think what you're
But
saying is it. I think it's one of those things where I think it's one of those things where it's where it's um where it's like the team is like Brazil. Let's say Brazil has 10 points, right? And then it's
yeah,
like seven,
7. I
six,
was just about to
four.
say, yeah, yep.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like it's very
simple.
close,
Like
like
someone,
last
I feel
minute.
like everyone's gonna get a win, or maybe, or might just hate it, might just have like the no the draws and then the losses, So,
Right. You know what I mean? They'll get points, but I don't think they'll win.
but not, yeah, not, yeah. Okay,
All right.
all
So
right, I'll take that.
US, Paraguay, Austria, Turkey. What we thinking?
I'm definitely gonna take US to take that, and Paraguay. I'm just gonna take all Latin America.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just gonna take a whole Americas right there.
I think US for sure. Teams getting better, stronger. We'll see what Captain America Christian Pulisic does. But I have to go Turkey. I have to go Turkey. Arden Guler. Um, I'm blanking on who else is Turkish, but they got a good squad, and I think they got what's his name from Juventus? Yildiz, Yid. I forgot how to say his name. Yidis. Yidis. He's been balling at Juve. So I'm
Okay.
thinking,
Okay.
yes, yes. Keenan Yudis, 21 years old. He's wearing that 10 shirt for Juve. You know what I mean? And he's just like one of those creative players. I know Chelsea's been linked to him, so that's how I know his profile. And
Okay.
then and then I'm so bad with these names, but the captain is another guy who used to play on Inter. Um, kind of Lalu. I forgot his name, but he's a midfielder for Inter. With the freaking long ass face.
Hold on. You said
You
midfielder?
know him if you see him.
A high-end?
Yeah, Hakayan. You know what this is like?
Oh,
I
Hakan, kind of
Yeah,
high-end.
yeah.
Okay.
Like
Hakan kind of. Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
yes, I know
Yeah,
how to say his
yeah, yeah,
name,
yeah.
but it's that when I don't
He's
hear his
a
name, I
he
forgot how to
plays on
pronounce it.
Roma, right? Or am I bugging?
I
No.
think he might be on Roma, but from what I remember, he was on Inter the last couple of years, especially when they went to Champions League final not too long ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's pretty clear to me. Paraguay, who they got? Darwin Nunez, and I think he might be from Uruguay. So I don't even. I'm not. I don't think Paraguay. Let me just double check because I could be saying a whole bunch of hoopla. Let me see who Paraguay got.
So
Julian Asensio, who just came from, he's been on Brighton, but I think he just got hurt. So, and then
it's
what's his name that used to be on Newcastle, but now he's on. He just came to the MLS. Miguel Amarion. He was on
okay.
Newcastle. He's Paraguayan as
Oh,
well.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh really? Oh
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't even know that. So I mean, decent players, but I feel like it's just still, sleeper
Mm,
team. I think for this Australia because they did make it to the knockout last World Cup, so you can't sleep on them.
yeah, so they'll continue to do that. Yeah,
Yeah, it
but
depends on their grouping, but um,
yeah,
and
Australia
then
is like a fast running team. They're just like a
yeah, they're just scrapping. They used to play in fucking rugby, so they might there's some physicality there that we just don't know about. You know what I'm saying? And then Group E, Group E has okay. Ivory Coast is a strong team, right? They got your boy on
no.
there.
Yeah, but they do, but at the same time, I don't know. Ecuador is I don't know. They always come in. They really come strong when it comes to competition.
Uh huh.
They really finish out strong when it comes to like tournament style. Like
So
like
I'm,
internet
I'm
like friendly play. Like you might catch it. Like. But when it comes to tournament style, like they'll make it out the group. So,
I'm so glad that you said that because actually Ecuador is my dark team, my
oh,
dark horse team, because I think that Ecuador won. They've been second in qualifying for South America in their group,
mhm.
right behind
Yeah,
Brazil.
behind Brazil.
They let up what 5 goals in the last year. They got two
That's crazy stuff.
Premier League, well, not Premier League, two Champions League high center back pairing between Pacho from PSG and I'll be pronouncing his name. Um,
Estupa?
no,
Medina? Oh,
Estupo's on
Medina.
there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they definitely have Medina. Oh, yeah.
Medina's on there too. That's their back, and then the dude from Arsenal, man. Hakpai. No, what's his name?
Caicedo?
No, not. No, they have Casado in front of those four. What's the dude's name from Arsenal, man? He plays left back, but he's really a center back. Uh, I know his name, but the pronunciations dawn on me for a second, but I know.
Yeah.
Man, I know his name. Pedro.
Vite?
Yeah,
Pedro
I
Vite?
forgot how to say his name, but we all know what I'm talking about. He's been on. They just won the Premier League this year, sadly. So, they're a good team, and then you got Valencia, their captain, who's 36 years old, the lead scorer for the team. So, like, I feel like they're pretty good, and this grouping to me is ideal for them. They open up with Ivory Coast, they play Carousel, and then they finish up with Germany. To me, that's 7 points potential.
Yeah, at least. That's above halfway, so you're going to make it through.
And to me that's a good enough to get them in. And I like their team, and I think that they gel well. And plus they got my guy Caicedo on there, so I'm rooting for everybody who's on Chelsea this year for the World Cup. Um,
Not I'm rooting for everybody black with Chelsea version.
yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
in a sense, there's a lot of niggas in the World Cup. You know what I mean? That are not. You know what I mean? So
You already know. So
it's hard to root for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The whole French team is black. You know, you
again,
know what I
again,
mean?
look.
Yeah, again. You know what I mean? So, and then don't get me started on the Dutch team. The Dutch team
Oh
is
yeah, no,
actually
it's
from
ridiculous.
Suriname. They're not even they're Dutch, but they're really from Suriname. So, we'll get on that past the geopolitical controversy. Um, Group F.
Let's-
Group F is my second drawing for group of death, potential group of death.
Really?
I
I
just
don't.
think that it's hard to call. Okay, Netherlands clears, right? But then you got
Yeah.
Japan and Sweden.
Nah, I'd straight Sweden.
Straight Sweden. Don't forget. This Japan team beat Germany last World Cup.
Yeah, but you got
Controversial,
you got your man's coming off of his. I mean, not that I like to brag about anybody on that other team, but like
Who's
he's coming
man's?
off. Not sure. Come on, I'm
Who's
being
man's?
being funny about the
Oh,
victim.
oh, Gyökeres?
Yeah, so
Eh,
he's coming off a high over there, so he's gonna
he did
definitely
play.
come
He
back.
had a good season,
Yeah.
decent
And,
season. But
and you know what? That Sweden team usually is a kind of they usually have some stack like some tall people out there, so
they
they
do.
definitely balls in the box.
But I
So
think that it's just hard. Yeah, I see what you're saying. They're a good aerial team.
yeah,
I just think Japan is just scrappy, bro. Like
yeah,
let me see.
they are for the Asian team. They always come out, but I feel like they're too small.
Matoma from Brighton's on the team. You know what I mean? You got
I mean, if you want to, you
let me
want
let me let me see Sweden. Let me see Sweden because if all I see is because remember Isaac's not playing.
Who's Isak?
So huh?
Who's Isak?
Alexander Isak.
Oh, okay. Oh,
He's hurt still.
Injured?
Yeah, he's injured. Sweden, Jokeres. That's all I see here.
That all right. That is all right.
Their best finish. Let me tell you their best finish. 1958. They were runners up.
That's all right. Yeah.
You know who their
I mean,
manager is? Do you know who their manager is? Just take a wild guess.
1958.
He played in the. This guy managed in the Prem. Just take a guess who their manager is. Ex Chelsea manager.
We talking about Pacino?
No, that's the U.S.
No, not Poch. I meant what's his name? Mourinho.
No. He just got
Oh,
from Real Madrid. He ain't going nowhere. Graham Potter.
what?
Graham Potter is the Swedish head coach.
All right.
yeah, yeah,
All right. So I guess
yeah,
everyone can get a job. Everyone can.
yeah. I'm telling you. So I'm definitely going Japan, Netherlands, bro. But I like the fact that there's that three-headed team that there are three good teams in there.
Yeah.
Then the next one, Group G. This is clear to me. Like short debate: Belgium, Egypt.
Egypt? Yeah, I was just saying Belgium, Egypt.
Yeah,
I don't see it any other way.
yeah. Same thing with Group H.
I mean, like at most, like you might be able to like get Iran to maybe like somehow get a draw out of somebody. I don't know.
New Zealand, yeah. yeah. yeah, you're right. You called it right. It's exactly what's gonna happen. And then I think same thing for Group H, Spain and
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Even though I'm not sold on this Uruguayan team, I think Darwin Nunes, if he's linked to Chelsea, just fucking cut my hands off. You know what I'm saying? But I think Spain's just the best team in the world right now, and then Uruguay is decent.
Spain's your number one this year, huh?
No. Spain is the number one. That's not my number one. You know what I mean?
Listen,
But
listen. Spain hasn't had no. I didn't have no confidence in them since what was that?
no, but
2004?
FIFA's rating them number one.
I know. I seen that. When it comes down to like the actual World Cup, though, we'll see.
But they just
The last
won
couple
the
of years,
Euros.
the last couple of years in the World Cup has been different. The last couple of World Cups have been
No, you're
different.
right. You're right. But this is, you got a season. But this is probably one of their really talented squads right now.
Nah,
Granted,
I'm not gonna
they're
lie,
historically been really good, but this team is
they are my
kind of stacked when you think about it, especially in that midfield area.
they're not my team to win it, but they're my runner ups.
You know what I'm saying? Think about Cucurella, Frank Garcia,
Yamal is on there, so
Xavi, Pedri, Danny Olmo.
like they still have like some veterans on there too that like still quality. So
Mikel Marino,
the youngsters get there.
and then you got fucking Yamal. Who knows what how he gonna turn up? You know what I'm saying? This is his first World Cup.
Oh no,
So
he's not. He's oh no for first World Cup. This is it's in the yeah. He's gonna this is gonna be special,
yeah,
especially with it's gonna be for any youngster out there. It's gonna be a special one this year.
yeah,
I
for
didn't
sure.
even look at all the youngsters that are on, but for some reason, like he's the only name that really matters.
I mean, yeah, his popularity is through the roof. But also, people are joking around, see memes going on saying like, if they have any game in Atlanta, Georgia, keep Yamal out of the strip clubs. Yeah, I mean, no lemon pepper for Yamal.
That's,
And if it's a midget strip club, definitely keep him away from it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm crying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just reporting the news. I'm not. This is not my personal views. I'm just saying he did have midgets at his party. Why? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's,
Man thought he was Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know.
he's a man of the people.
Man thought he was Wolf of La Marcia. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Wolf of
All right. So
Palmer.
now we get to my actual group of death. This is my actual group of death.
Okay, so all right, I will listening. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you say your piece, bro.
France, Senegal, Iraq, Norway. This is group of death to me. Group of death. You got AFCON winners.
Mm-hmm.
Senegal is stacked. You got Norway with fucking Erling Haaland,
Arlen Holland, yeah, yep, that was my main case.
Odegaard, who's
That's my second main case. I'm like,
just a ghost whenever he plays in the Prem, and then France, who I have to pick to win it all. You know what I mean?
really, you have
So
France in all this year. Okay.
did did you see what uh, did you see what Elise just did?
No, I did not. But
Elise just scored a hat trick in a friendly. Chill out, bro. Chill out. This France team is too crazy, bro. You didn't
yeah,
see the
that's because he scored a hat trick in a friendly, and now it's over for the
no,
for.
no. It's been over. It's been. Do you see
Mm,
what? First of all, you got so many dogs on their team. You don't even know who's going to play.
no, I'm not gonna
Where
lie. That
where's
French team,
Dembele going to play?
they
Where is
really
Mbappe
know
going to
when
play?
that comes off or on that bench where it's like it's not a scary sight. The next person that comes on is not like they're coming off 100%. It is like it's really like nonstop.
Okay,
Like no,
Barcola comes off. Doué comes on.
the one
Mbappe comes off. Thuram comes on.
turns on. Yeah. And the other thing is like they also are all like it's very versatile. So it's not even like once they come on, it's not like you even getting the same player. You get
Mm-hmm.
like you said from Mbappe to Turin,
Completely
which is
different profile.
yeah. So yeah,
But the only thing is, there's some controversy coming on with Dembele saying that everybody got to track back, everybody got to help with the press, and the dictator wasn't liking that. You know what I'm saying? The dictator was like, "Nah, y'all got to press. I don't
yeah.
got to do nothing." You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what that's like. And I think low key side storyline. I think that Mbappe is low key ticked off with Dembele because I think that Dembele is stealing his life right now. What he wanted to do, his accomplishment, he's doing it. You know what I mean? Mbappe left PSG. They went back to back Champions League. He wins the Ballon d'Or. Might be back to back Ballon d'Ors. Mbappe trophyless.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Not
Yeah,
even
he's
close
gonna.
on Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. But I don't have. I don't think he's gonna double up on the Ballon d'Or though.
Why not? You made a pretty good case.
No, he is. No, the case that when I looked it up, I was like they could, but I was like if they take that away from Harry,
No, Harry Kane is. I think top three.
he should have
Elise,
it.
Kane, and Dembele.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I
okay.
think Harry Kane should win it. Motherfucker had 50 goals. Like, are we kidding? 50 goals. They doubled up in the German league with the cup and the league. You know what I mean? So clear. You know what I mean? But you know how the popularity comes into effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
You
all
know,
does play. That was playing to it.
and then we'll get into that later. But you know how the ending of the tournament, how it could affect the tournament. I mean, the Ballon d'Or. But yeah, I think this is the group of death,
This
and
is
I
my
and I
potential death. This is
and I
my
go
potential.
back and forth. I go back and forth who I want. France is winning, right? But I go back and forth who I want. I think Norway is just top
Mm,
heavy, and they're potent because it's fucking Holland.
because,
But I
yeah,
think Senegal is just such a good team, a complete team, especially when they win. They've already won a
they've
tournament
already
together.
won the tournament. Yeah, I was just gonna say, but apparently there might be like some unrest like within the West End coaching and like and the federation. So we'll see. We'll see how that if that continues because that really does play a thing. What was the team that lost their coach? Oh, it was Spain. I think it was
Yep.
that lost Leggett or whatever his name
Mm-hmm.
was. Like literally like the week before the World Cup started or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go to the club team. They imploded. It was-
That's true. I mean, you know, that's possible. But I think that also when you got that kind of leadership like Koulibaly, Mendy, Sadio Mane, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
I mean, listen, they was off the pitch.
yeah, hey, hey, they won to me.
Oh
They
no,
won to me.
they won twice. They won. They
Right.
won. They won. They won on every front.
Right. So I don't want to hear Morocco's AFCON champions. That's
Oh, neither.
asterisk.
Nah. Who never? Wait, they didn't win.
No, but but they said that because Senegal left the field, that they're giving it to Morocco, or yeah, Morocco as the AFCON champions.
Yeah, right.
That's what they said because they forfeited essentially,
In no one's brain as that happened.
and then they're like going back and forth like, no, no, it
Did they
was.
not go back? Did they? Did not everyone watch this on television? Did they not go?
They went
Did we
back
not
and
watch?
won in overtime, in extra time. Yeah, so I
Did we
don't
not
know,
watch the game? Like,
but but that's what they're saying because you're not because the players left the pitch and went into the locker room that they
mhm.
technically forfeited.
Oh,
Speculation to me, to everyone, Senegal still the AFCON champions. Yeah. So who do you have winning, or the two
well,
teams?
definitely out of France, definitely. But like you said, I had Norway because of the top heavy with Holland, coming off of scoring like top prem this year, like literally just on fire, and
Mm-hmm.
then literally like you said, Odegaard, like him coming off of off of the prem champ. So maybe that connection might be an actual thing this year. But then, like you just said, Senegal is the more complete team, so it
Mm-hmm.
really is a France Senegal thing. And then pretty much it's pretty much it's like Senegal, v Senegal. So both-
It's true. It's true. That's true. That's true. They both speak French.
I
Um,
so I was gonna say I don't know how many actual like Senegalese, like descendants from the France team, but like
a lot of them probably,
it's
or they're Algerian or something. I don't know.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
Congo. I feel bad for Iraq. I feel like they're just gonna be the group punching bag. I feel
they
like
may be
I
they
feel like
definitely.
everyone gets a point or 3 points against them.
And do you think they get blown out?
I don't think they get blown up, but I think they lose every game. Especially, let me see what the order is for them,
Ooh, let me look something
because
up to see
that
if they've ever had a win in the World Cup.
I bet you
Uh,
Iraq, their last finish, their last appearance was 1986. Their best finish was group stage 1986. They got
oh,
two appearances. They listen to this though. They open up at Norway, then they go to France, then they play Senegal. That it's looking bleak, brothers. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's a dub. It's a win.
Habibis. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Don't blame me.
So
Blame
it's not on me.
FIFA.
Not
You know what I mean?
on me.
All right. Now Group J. Right. Let's run through this because we got other things to talk about. Group J, I think, is just
Yeah,
bullshit.
I took Argentina and Austria for Group J.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It's just Argentina because I think this is bullshit. I think that this is another thing where they're favoring
Uh,
Messi and
Messi
Argentina.
again.
And what kind of? There's nobody else in like no other. If you look at all the groups, there's at least two strong teams, right?
Yeah,
Austria's
at
all
least two.
right. Algeria's all right, but
But
like
Jordan, yeah, Jordan. That's not.
okay, Jordan asked, but like every team, um, Mexico, South Korea, Canada, Switzerland, Brazil, Morocco, U.S., Turkey. You know, I mean, there's at least some other like strong, competent, like real good team. You know what I mean? I don't want to say competent because they're professionals, right? But Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Now, Austria is a good team, but to me, I don't feel like that's like. I feel like this is straight 9 points. You know what I mean for Argentina.
For Argentina, yeah, they're going straight through.
You
They're
know what
gonna.
I mean? Like, and damn if I say the first team to get into the round of 32. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending
It's gonna
on
be fun.
depending on when the games are, first team to clinch because it doesn't even matter who I pick. I think you know Austria they got some good people, but you know you got Manes on Algeria. I think it's Austria personally, but anyway, the collusion that is Group J. Um, Group K. Now, Group K,
Yeah, that's simple. For me, it's Portugal and Colombia.
10-fold, right? So we can just move on to that because Uzbekistan is just happy to be there. You know what I mean? Um, Now, this one is a pretty good grouping. I think there's another potential group of death.
Yep, and this is my actual group of death. I didn't have France as my group of death because I felt like that I feel like they're a clear 9 points. But this here, I feel like it can go either way with any of these teams on this list right here.
You think Ghana is? I mean, I like Ghana. I like Ghana, right?
Stop! Come on, man!
No, no,
Don't
no,
play
no, no.
the
I'm not even saying anything about the Ghanaian
don't play
people
the
in the
backstar.
team, but I'm just saying, like, okay, Ghana has potential to beat anybody on this group. Panama,
No, not just beat, but like at least like draws. Like I feel like this could be like one of the lowest kind of
mm,
like lowest points groups
so you're
out
saying
there.
like 4 points get
Yeah,
you in.
like points might get you in. Like one win
Mm,
and like some draws might get you in.
five, yeah, I see, which is like five or 6 points get you in. Yeah, I could see that. You know, I think Croatia, they're kind of I mean, aging team.
Oh,
You
that
know,
very aging team. I didn't even know that. I did not know that
Modric.
Modric was still playing.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
Between
damn,
Modric and
like,
what's his name, dude?
uh,
Kovacic.
I was like, I was surprised that Perisic wasn't playing. I was like,
Right. You know what I'm saying? Ghana, I think I like Ghana a lot. You know what? I'm gonna go England and Ghana. I'm gonna go England and Ghana. I think because the vibes that Ghana brought last World Cup,
yeah, I was just about to say yes, and that's what I was. That's what
energy,
I was
energy,
reading off of. Yeah.
energy. Okay, all right. So, um, let's talk about the possible World Cup effect on the Ballon d'Or. Right? For me, I think even these players are they're between they're somewhere on the rankings. This Group I matchup between France and Norway, I think FIFA did this intentionally because they
Hmm.
thought that they would be higher up on the Ballon d'Or rankings. So I thought
Okay.
that they were using this as a measuring stick to see who they give the edge to between Mbappe and Holland. Obviously, I think that I said my top three, so I don't think that they're close, but I think that they were anticipation thinking about this, so that's why they
Okay.
did it. You know.
So for me, like I went off of the power rankings that they had up there. So I think it was like for their top, it was like Kane, Dembele, and then Yamal.
Right.
Um, so and and then have Vitinha and then Olise, and I was like, so that effect with Dembele and Elise, like you said, because the teams are so stacked, you
Hmm.
never know exactly like how like whose stats are gonna then drop because of this. Because now it's not an individual thing. You're now fighting for your national team, so you're fighting for your country, you're trying to win the whole thing. So you really might not be as focused on individual. Um,
That's true. That's true. But I think also the cream rises to the top. You know what I mean? So yes, I'm focused about getting my team, my nation, the win.
yeah, so that's why I
But
feel like this will definitely be a heavy impact for like Harry Kane. Like if he can take England to the top right there, that Ballon d'Or is secured in the back. And truthfully, I feel like if he takes him to a final, like just be like a finalist,
oh, final is guaranteed.
I feel like his Ballon d'Or is in the back.
I feel like his semifinal is guaranteed. If it's semifinal, he scored more than 3 or 4 goals.
And get the golden boot.
Nah, you don't even got to do all that for me. I think he gets
No,
more.
okay.
If he gets like solid appearances, like if he has like maybe 5 goals or 3 or 4 goals within the whole tournament, I think that's enough because I think
Yeah,
he's a front runner.
he's
You know what
gonna
I
get
mean?
more. He's gonna get more than 5 goals in the first 2 games.
We don't know that. We do not know that. We do not know that. Especially because this England team is like they're good on paper, but like sometimes they don't
And right
those
now,
those names don't gel
he's gonna
out.
shoot at least one penalty shot a game. That's 1 goal, just that. And then as soon as what's the name is going to go right, ball's gonna be right there. It's coming right
I
across
don't know, man. I
into
don't
a
know.
box. He's
I don't know. I feel like this England team. Now I trust Thomas Tuchel, man. He won me a Champions League. I trust him, but I feel like you know some of your more creative players you excluded. I feel like that's haram. You know what I mean? I feel like not bringing Foden, not bringing Cole Palmer, but you bring Noni Madueke. You
I
bring
mean,
Noni Madueke.
well, it's
What's
his
Weke with that?
it, it's his system, you know.
No, I
So
get it, and it's all about the profiles, and
yeah,
and part of it, I kind of like what he's doing because he's not just taking the names, right? It's not just a list of 11 Premier League stars, right?
start and pretty much that's exactly what everyone was. Well, that's what most people expect when you think of an England team. You're just like, oh, like who's, but it's like no, like most of those stars actually went on to play in other leagues
Right.
and dominated in those leagues. So now it's like,
But
see,
when you tell me Cole Palmer, even though this is his,
listen, man, this is just some Chelsea. This is just some
no,
Chelsea.
no,
This,
because you want to tell me Cole Palmer in his worst season as in the Prem, injured stricken and all, 10 goals, 2 assists.
Kobe.
Way better than Madueke. He had a way better season than Madueke.
He probably, uh, well, Cole Palmer for me, I don't know why, but for some reason at Chelsea, it seems like he just has like these like literally like his name, like he's just like hot one week, and then the next week is just like where did this guy come from?
Is that not Saka?
It's not supposed to be, not for someone who wants to get on the national team.
But we bring Saka. Why? What did Saka do? Tell me. What did he do? Because we saw him. We saw him all season. We saw him in the Champions League final. What did he do? Two completed passes.
Listen, soccer is for some reason he went quiet this year. At least from my like I don't follow Arsenal, but I can tell you like he was quiet during against the United game, and then also like I haven't heard anyone like bring him up really when he was supposed to be like the next up and coming out of England type star ish. So
No,
I don't know.
no, I'm not convinced on Saka, man. It's not just no London hate or Arsenal hate. Like I just hate them generally, but I will respect you if you actually balled. You know what I mean? I respect their defense. I
He
respect
did
their
ball. He did ball, but I don't know. I'm talking about previously. But this year, I don't know. It's been quiet.
man. Let me get out of there before they think it's an Arsenal hate. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
So,
listen, I
so
ain't gonna
let's talk.
be personal.
Yeah, but before we head out here, let's talk about some of the impact on players' health, right? Like, so we were saying about before, this is like the third summer tournament with Copa and Euros and the Club World Cup and the World Cup now. So a player like I'm thinking a player like, for instance, Enzo Fernandez, right? Played in all three summers. You
Yeah,
know what I
not
mean?
nonstop. He's been around the clock when it comes to like the
You know
summer.
what I mean? So, like, what do you think this? Do you think there's a form, like an actual causal relationship between playing a summer tournament and their informs their season their inform
For the league.
um for the league?
Yeah, so I forgot what World Cup that was or what tournament, but they had to do that where pretty much like you said, like it was like nonstop through the year. Then they had that summer tournament, and then pretty much you're just gonna have to miss out on your players for like maybe like the first couple weeks into the season,
Mm-hmm.
like 2 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and truthfully, if you're trying to, if I don't know, United can't right at the moment. We don't have that kind of depth where we can
Mm-hmm.
just be like, yeah, like Bruno, you sit for a whole like 3 weeks or
Mm-hmm.
like nah, yeah, no, like we or Kobe, like yeah, truthfully, yeah, Kobe's our only we're saying center right now, mid. So that is definitely not possibility for us.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and for other teams, it's most likely going to be the same scenario. Like you
Yeah.
can't because and then hopefully praying that there are no injuries, coming this World Cup because that really would suck. But like that's another setback for
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
your national team and your club team. So this nonstop soccer stuff. They got to find some type of way because like it seems like it's like a money grab, just like tournament after tournament, whether it's like the Euros or with it's the nations or
Mm-hmm.
something. It's something new
Gold Cup, all this
yeah,
other shit. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So it's always another cup and it's like another ranking and it's like it's cool. Like if you I guess if you want to give us that kind of content, but at the same time
Think about the players.
the players that you're putting out there, it's like switch up the teams then, or like bring some more talent out. Like it can't
Or
just be
bring U21s or
yeah. Like
you know
that's
what I
what I'm
mean?
saying. Yeah, like some like you have these other potential like stars that can now break the scene, but and then you're just gonna run everyone into the ground because
I,
literally
I
it's just tired legs coming in from a tough season, and then to like you said, you get like what a week or two off, and then now you're right back into a training camp to get ready for and what happened when they went to Brazil that one year? They didn't even get a break. They went right
no,
into the training camp and was like, "Nah, we conditioning crazy."
right,
It's like
right. No rest.
legs is heavy. Like
And,
like
and and I
and
think the
it
prime
translated.
example of that is Pedri. The man
Yeah,
played 100 games one season. Played in I forgot. I feel like it was like Euros, and then he played in like um what was it where it's like a gold like the Olympic gold medal games and stuff like that. Like when they play that like they
yeah. I
send the
forgot
teams
about that. We had the Olympics.
right.
We had the
You know what I
summer.
mean? So
Yeah,
like he played 100 games that season, and then he tears his ACL or fucks up his knee up. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's like
That's
I think
nuts.
that it's like a it's kind of torn, right? Because you could either have a really good World Cup and then your stock and your rise, i.e., Enzo Fernandez, your stock rises. You go to a new team and you kind of carry over your form, or if you had good form, you carry it over into the season. But or it could be where you're like, I'm hurt, or like I'm just ran
Oh, I'm
down.
just rent. Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
mm, yeah, that sucks. So like you said, that's like if your stock goes down, how do you think that like will affect? Hmm, I was gonna say transfers and all that because like
I
Like
mean, it directly affects transfer window opens in 5 days.
that's what I'm saying. Like so now, like all these moving pieces and like it opens in 5 days, but with the World Cup being open, like no one's really making any business deals. Around this time, like
I
everyone's
mean,
kind
you'd
of
be
like
surprised.
standstill. No, like they might be in behind the scenes, but like
Yeah,
you're not gonna hear too many breaking news. Like
right.
right now, like
No,
it's
no,
yeah.
not
So,
unless it's someone that they've been sought after for a while, like
and
whoever.
then they're not even connected closely to the World Cup. Truthfully, you know what I'm saying?
You depends because a lot of people. Perez, the president of Real Madrid, said he got 150 M's. He want to throw at a Champions League player. Most likely, that Champions League player is an international player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And like you said, this is the perfect time to shop. Like this is
perfect
where
time to shop because you're seeing who's. And I think this is what happens because, and this is Chelsea is the direct result of this because you see, yeah, Enzo Fernandez had a good World Cup, but not the crazy impact enough to throw 120 M's at it. But because of the urgency, he just came off of the World Cup. He was he won an award for youngest player, so everybody's on him. You know what I mean? And it's like that kind of thing creates the urgency to bid crazy. Um, Not to say that he hasn't been worth it. That speculation is up for debate, but I feel like this is a good time to like shop players, especially I think at least after like round of 32. You should know there should be a handful of players through group stage, through round of 32, whose value, whose market evaluations have
yeah,
increased.
I was gonna say your scouting should be completed by then,
Your
and then,
scouting should be in the US right now.
and then even if like your stock should only rise from that point on.
I mean, it could fall.
No, I'm saying it should only rise from that point on. Like I don't know. I don't know who has fallen like that. Who
I
stock
don't
has
I don't I
like
don't think that
once you
it
get past that
takes
point, it seems like everyone just kind of like continues to rise to the occasion.
or
Um,
yeah, like
whatever
standstills.
game, yeah,
I don't think that there's really a point where you can fail on it because like for instance, let's just say like you have a bad World Cup. Like you're not like your stock is not absolutely dropping. You know what I mean? It's just that you just had a bad
a
World Cup.
bad World Cup, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, where
So
that's the talk of the town for like the first couple of months in whatever league you're in. You're like, man,
yeah,
doing too well at the World Cup, but like maybe we'll turn it around here, but then once the season kicks in, then usually that's when you start to get
yes.
a little bit better, and then all that goes away.
So yeah, that's to me. I think that's like that's kind of where it is. But we're definitely going to see, and good thing that we're back for the people, so that we can kind of guide them through this. For you casual, excuse me, you casual American soccer fans, don't worry. House of uh, FIFA is here. We got the Humpday highlight show. Losinho DC's locked in,
Yeah,
literally. We're gonna be your guide and navigating you through this whole thing. And don't worry, baby, we got your back. Hope that highlights, man. See ya.
see.